Okay, so on to the third film, which was Iron Man 2, my obviously MCU movie watch to reviews. Obviously, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitch channel, description's down below. I'm streaming a lot of Apex Legends these days, so check that out. You can see how awful I am, but it's fun to watch me die over and over. Okay, so watching Iron Man 2. Obviously, this is following the events of Iron Man 1. The world has been in shock and awe and mixed thoughts of how Iron Man is, what he is he a threat or whatever. So obviously there's a lot of conflict going on with this, with the government, with the army and so forth, and obviously Tony Stark being super stubborn and just claiming everything is his, which is fair enough, all right? But there's two pretty cool antagonists in this film. There's the dude who plays the Ivan Russian guy, by Mickey Rourke, and the guy who runs the Hammer Tech Industries, which was Sam Rockwell as Justin Hammer. Okay, so obviously the premise of this is basically Iron Man, Tony, he's just trying to do his thing, and everyone's sort of in a bit of a competition to try and be him and knock him down, or obviously take over his throne, which sort of sets the whole theme of the film of there's the Weasel guy, who's very inferior, as a guy in total, which is obviously the Hammer dude, and it's done quite comical. Anytime Tony and him have interactions, Tony's instantly dissing him, putting him down, making him look like turd, and he's proper geeky sort of little weirdo, so obviously he's made to look a fool every time. So there's quite a lot of comical bits in this film, which was nice, and then it's played so well with the other antagonist, the Ivan dude, the Russian. It's done well with him because he's not just a random guy who's made some tech and then starts fighting Tony. There's actually a lot of history put with this guy. His father he feels like he's screwed over by Tony's father, so it's like a battle of the sons. He's trying to fight for his what happened to his family and redemption, and obviously Tony's just defending what's going on and battling against anything this dude's doing. Okay, so it's again another film. I always had in my head I really don't like Iron Man 2 or 3, so I've had it in my head for a while, but then rewatch I'm it's actually quite nice. There's a lot of ups and downs with the film in terms of Tony's friend, I've forgotten his name, the guy who plays as War Machine, Rhodey. He's a proper arse as a friend a lot of times, but they're still friends. Obviously Rhodey's in an awkward position of being high up in the military where they got a lot of problems with what Tony's doing, yet he's still Tony's friend. Again, there's more character development with Pepper Potts and Tony. There's a lot of the interaction. She's in conflict because she's out for his best interest, but Tony looks like he's very self-destructive, so he's playing a lot of heavy stress on her. And then we get the introduction of her Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow, and she's obviously triple agent and all this, helping him out, pretending she's a helper, but obviously she's still doing secret agent stuff. Obviously working for S.H.I.E.L.D., because you still see Samuel L. Jackson popping in a bit more now, a bit more the S.H.I.E.L.D. stuff's being sort of shown. A bit of a show of Captain America's S.H.I.E.L.D. Was teased in that, and obviously the end credits you see Thor's hammer at the bottom of a little crater. So there's a lot of nods and little shows of what's happening or what's going to be popping up. But I think in terms of a film, it's a good watch throughout, because it's still Tony is in a bit of a panic mode because he's he thinks he's going to die soon, so he's just going a bit chaotic, sort of getting hammered, just doing sort of what he wants until obviously until he finds out his father's actually come up with some new element, and he sort of realises, because he always thinks his father hated him or he wasn't that interested, and which is more character growth, and he actually realises dad does actually love him and respected him and saw a great sort of man in the boy to be, which is pretty cool. So yeah, all in all, I very much enjoyed the film. It's got a lot of good CGI is getting far better. It's you just see more battles against machines. It's still done on a small scale, It's obviously things escalate way further on in the MCU, but so this is still just Tony against the government, against this fucking Hammer guy and Whiplash, and it turned out to be a pretty fun time. Obviously, any time watching Tony seems to be quite comical. But yeah, that's it. That's my quick thoughts on after watching the film. Let me know what you think if you enjoy this one. It doesn't obviously the original Iron Man's always going to be really fucking top notch, but still, as an Iron Man film, I liked it. It's like I say, it's kept small and it's kept a bit political, and it's just got a cool antagonist with Whiplash. I think he's a very intimidating guy, so just played very well, and he's quite fun to watch on screen, just because you don't know what this guy's going to do, because he's fucking so like an evil genius, but he's like knows what he's doing. Well, that's it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye.